Anyone who's ever lived in the city understands just how much of a premium space really is.
We don't really use the roof. There's not a lot of room for all of us.
I think we all need to make the most of what we have, maximize every opportunity, which is exactly what we're about to do right here. My name is Carson Arthur, and on this episode of Green Force, my team and I are about to install a rooftop garden above the Drum Artz Community Centre.
The way this whole thing came about started with Samba Squad, which is based on the Brazilian tradition of carnival drumming.
The approach through drumming is more of a wholesome approach. It's about just enjoying life and really respecting the environment that you're in. We run programs for kids, youth, and adults.
That's how we got into buying the building, which is now known as the Drum Artz Community Centre.
The roof of the building has been pretty scuzzy for a long time.
It's not safe to have a big group of kids, and it's not fair to only let 3 or 4 of them out there. So unfortunately, we really haven't used the space.
We're like 30 people there. You know, we get to the roof and there's nothing. A couple of seats and that's it.
Spring and fall, we have to deal with leaks and buckets, so it's really unbelievable that this actually just came to us.
So we can use it in so many different ways. So like I said, it's just fantastic. It's unbelievable.
Show me your massive rooftop deck.
The massive deck.
Yeah. Wow. What do you do out here?
Pretty much in the summer, we do have a few workshops with the kids here.
Really just for chilling out, having little meetings with 3 or 4 people.
The space that Gilly and Rick currently have seats 7 or 8 people, and that's just not enough. And I think that there's enough room on top of this roof to give them something a little bigger. I noticed you got some plants. I'm guessing that they dried out because of the sun?
Yeah, I've pretty much given up.
Okay, let's talk about the rest of the space, because I noticed your rooftop goes all the way over here.
We have quite a bit more.
So in theory, we could actually expand out to here. How come you haven't already?
We try to keep people out because the roof is in pretty bad shape.
So then if I want to be out here, do we need to obviously replace the roof? Wow, this is becoming a bigger project than I expected.
Since we bought this place, we knew the roof was an issue. We knew eventually we'd have to get it replaced. The roof is the bane of my existence.
I love the wooden box.
It's a rather ugly soundproofing for a skylight.
Really?
There's a skylight under there and over there as well.
And I noticed this area is going to be a little bit more of a challenge to actually make this usable space, but I'd like to propose actually putting a green roof on top.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
Well, I mean, we've got this flat roof. Let's take advantage of it. Let's do something cool on top of it.
That would be amazing.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, we obviously need to increase the size of the deck, give you some shade options. I'd love to incorporate more plants.
I think you got the main point set.
Okay, you know what? This is going to be a lot of fun, guys. And you know, when this is all done, we can all make music together. Now this is the proposed design for your space. This is the entire rooftop. Now currently, your deck is about that size right there.
Wow, we could fit a lot of people up there.
Yeah, it's almost 1,000 square feet of deck we're putting in. This whole section is gonna be green roof.
Wow. You have a
Wow.
whole big feel.
We're reducing global warming by taking advantage of a space that had no other purpose. I think it's amazing what people are able to create on top of buildings nowadays. By using containers, hardy plants, and a little landscaping ingenuity, we have a backyard in the sky, in an area that really had no purpose before. Now, the plants clean the air, they insulate the building below so we use less resources, and at the same time, they make this a place that you want to be in, which is why this garden is my inspiration for Drum Artz.
That was actually a dream. I wanted a green roof
Really?
up there. Yeah.
For the environment, it's the right thing we should do. Now this whole section will be a raised planter. On the front face of these planters, I want to do a stainless steel treatment, but I'm going to soften it with plants. Things like this giant autumn fern, you know, big bushy annuals that really fill up the space and give it character.
Okay.
And these grape ivies, and I was going to put them in pots around the space.
We would like to have something to recognize our sponsors, for the people that actually help us with our programming. And
Why don't you leave that with me? Sure. Let's see what I can come up with. The one big challenge I have is I have to replace the entire roof.
rip it up.
Where do we sign?
This is the thing that we've needed more than anything else. So the fact that we're actually going to get a green roof, it's just unbelievable.
Well, I'm actually stunned by the design. I'm overwhelmed. It's all a terrific surprise.
At this point, I'm gonna bring in an engineer to tell me what I can and can't do on top of the roof. And I'm gonna bring in a roofing company. That way I'm gonna get a really good and accurate impression of what needs to be done in this space.
Well, the original roof here was very heavy. We had to strip the roof down to the steel deck and put a brand new roof assembly on. We needed to make sure that the roofing membrane would be much lighter and would support the weight of the new green roof.
Well, the main additional weight is the green roof itself. From the drawings, we were able to determine that we could put an extra 10 pounds per square foot.
That doesn't sound like very much. Are we going to be okay for a green roof out here?
Well, that's a fairly lightweight green roof,
Okay.
but it was enough in this case.
That's awesome. Thanks, gentlemen.
Because I'm working on top of a roof, I can't use any perennials. I don't have any insulated planters to help them last the winter. Instead, I'm gonna work with a combination of annuals and tropical plants. Now this is a ficus. As soon as you disturb the ground around the roots, the tree drops the leaves. It does that to conserve energy. Once the tree is happy and reestablished, it'll grow all those leaves back again. In addition to my fantastic tree, I also want some amazing color, which is why I'm gonna work with the bougainvillea. Now this is a very interesting plant. The flowers are inside. The bright pink leaves are what the plant uses to attract bugs in to pollinate the flowers themselves. Now I have one other thing that I want to include in this garden, and it also has a lot of color. It's over here. I can't really have a tropical inspired garden without including some hibiscus. This is the quintessential tropical plant. There are some downsides to this plant, however. These blooms only last for about a day, and they end up looking something like this. The other downside about this plant is come wintertime, when you bring it indoors, it goes dormant. There is a quick way to check though. You just take it back, do a thumb scratch on the bark, and if it's green, you know your plant's still alive and you should still care for it. Now these are gonna be the perfect finishing touch for my festive garden. Perfect for Drum Artz. You've got everything you could possibly want in this roof. It is top of the line. No more issues.
The Green Force team and I are doing a complete overhaul on the roof of the Drum Artz Community Centre. We're expanding their tiny deck to accommodate all of the members of Samba Squad and Samba Kids. We've also begun work on the dilapidated rooftop, making room for a state-of-the-art green roof.
Now what exactly is it?
It's landscape art with a purpose, really. The whole idea is that it really looks like a piece of art whenever you're not using it, and then you can hang a load of laundry to dry on it.
Now how does that work?
You can thread things through the tendrils on the branches, or you can hang items over it. Lots of different ways, actually.
I actually thought it was a sculpture. I didn't realize it had such a great environmental background to it. Now, is it easy put together?
There's a base with roots, a trunk, and then all of the branches fit in almost like a Christmas tree, and then the top 2 leaders just slip on the top.
Very cool. The client has asked me to create some sort of way to recognize sponsors. I could get leaves made for this,
Okay,
and then have the leaves etched with the sponsors' names.
that's a fabulous idea.
I can definitely see this covered in leaves and maybe even a few birds. All right, you know what? I'm gonna take one of these. Let's go ring it up.
Sounds great.
In addition to those sheets of metal for the front of the planters, I have something a little bit more creative for you.
Love it.
Yeah, I figured you would. But in this case, I need you to create me some metal leaves.
Okay.
So I found this really cool tree sculpture. It's actually a clothes dryer, but it doesn't have leaves. And I thought if I could get you to cut some metal leaves, then we could actually etch the names of the sponsors onto those leaves, hang it on the tree. You like that?
Excellent.
Cool. Now this is from my garden. What I do like about this leaf is the serration around here.
Okay, so kind of a point.
Yep, and then we
Right.
put the serration around the outside there.
That's gonna work perfect because what we're gonna do is plasma cut this out of sheet steel. And what we'll get is we'll get a real jaggedy, rough edge to that.
The other thing is I'd like them to somewhat mimic the look of a leaf, so I don't want them flat.
Exactly, we gotta bring them to life. We can add some shape and some contour to them as if it's sort of blowing in the breeze a bit.
That sounds perfect.
Let's play with steel!
Great.
As construction begins on the massive new deck, I'm off to figure out a way to keep everyone cool in the shade.
Do I need to worry about debris and stuff getting inside of that?
No, absolutely not. It's quite easy. There's a device called the Spring Assist.
So it makes it easier.
Makes it a lot easier to
Nice.
do it, and a 5-year-old can do it. All the hardware is stainless steel. There's absolutely no maintenance required.
What size is this particular awning?
This awning is a 20-foot awning.
So the 2 arms hold all of the weight?
Exactly. And it can stay open partially or fully.
So this is the mechanism that I want. This is the size that I want. fabric care?
The fabric is a solution dyed 100% acrylic. Can be used in the sun and rain. An average lifespan for this fabric is about 12 to 15 years.
And then I guess all I have to do is really pick the color of the fabric and I'm done. Perfect, thank you, sir. Today's a really important day because I've invited Rick and Gilly to see the space. I want them to see the new roof and to see the substructure for the deck. We've had to make some changes and I want to make sure that they're still on board. Big difference out here.
Huge.
Now, the roofing company took out the entire existing roof and they've replaced everything. It is top of the line. No more issues.
Wow.
You'll notice there's a few things missing.
Yes.
Your skylight's gone.
Yes.
I mean, you weren't really using it. You had it boxed in, so it's gone. No more leaks through that. It was just easier at this time to take them out completely. So enjoy it now because we're gonna bury this whole thing with that green roof.
Okay.
This, on the other hand, we have to talk about because this is a major change as well.
Massive.
That's the biggest stage I've ever seen.
We pushed the deck right out to the absolute edge. We made it as absolute big as possible.
Wow.
Now we still have the planters that are gonna go down the sides. So they'll take up a certain amount of space, especially across the back here. The other thing that you may notice is we're definitely elevated here.
Yeah.
Okay. As a result, we will be putting a set of stairs in at the door.
Like a stage. I really had no concept of how big it was. I just like the concept because it's like a stage.
I mean, it's like you're coming from backstage.
Yeah.
We are going to put an awning in here. However, raising the deck has caused a little bit of an issue around that, but that's something I'm going to deal with. So we're going to make it happen, I promise.
A square meter of this absorbs about 9 liters of water.
I love that. So it's a sponge made out of recycled materials.
Basically, yes.
Wow, okay.
The Green Force team and I are transforming this industrial wasteland into an eco-friendly green roof for the Drum Artz Community Centre. Construction has begun on the raised deck, expanding it to over 1,000 square feet. And the old weathered roof has been completely removed and replaced with a new top-of-the-line roofing system.
I mean, here's my big concern, because now that we've raised the height of the deck, which is a good thing, I mean, structurally it's much stronger, but now I don't know if we have enough room coming this way from the wall.
Yeah, you're definitely going to need clearance. So I think the solution is we'll get a custom-made bracket out of angle iron that'll contour around the eave trough, and we'll bring it up about 4 feet above the roof level. When it's reeled out, you'll have enough clearance for somebody walking out past the awning. By lagging it into the wall, I think it's going to be good and solid. They'll be better than screwing it in through the roof, that's for sure.
We certainly don't want to create leaks in the roof. That would be wrong.
That's right.
You make my life easy. Thank you, sir. I can't believe this is just all fiber.
No, it's a special blend of recycled fabrics.
It holds the water?
Yes, a square meter of this absorbs about 9 liters of water.
I love that. So it's a sponge made out of recycled materials.
Basically, yes.
Wow, okay. So this goes down first?
This goes down first, and the plants will absorb that water. They will root into here and get all the water they need from this material.
Okay.
So this will retain moisture for weeks after it's rained.
Now, what benefit does the green roof have to the building below?
Basically, it adds another layer of insulation, just like your roofing insulation, and it also protects the roof from the sun, which is what usually breaks down a roof.
Okay.
This whole area will absorb a lot of water, and it'll prevent it from going down into the drains.
Really? Now, this is just a sedum mix, or what kind of specialty plants have you got in here?
A variety of sedums. Some of them are native, and then we'll add a few extra ones. There's about 8 to 12 different species of sedums in this mix.
Very cool. How long would it take them to do a space like this?
The rest of this will be done in an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get out of the way so we can get this job done. Thank you. I chose this color stain for a couple of very important reasons. We're on top of a roof. It's hot out here. I didn't want to choose a dark color because that would just make the situation worse. Now I went with the gray because it does a really nice job of covering that green tinge that happens to come with pressure treated. Now in time, the pressure treated wood will actually silver out and become this beautiful gray shade. So basically we're just speeding up the process. Instead of staining this particular wall, I'm going to be painting it, but I'm going to use some very unusual colors. Now I'm going with white, which isn't so unique, but I'm also going with this incredibly bright blue. Now, to do this project, you need the following materials. You need sponges, painting materials, wooden blinds, and paint itself. Basically, I'm gonna create a skyline here, and I'm gonna put the panels in front of it to soften the effect a little bit. That way, it's still a focal point, but it takes you a few glances to figure out what you're looking at. So So far, so good. I've got my wall painted blue and I've started to sponge the clouds, which isn't really rocket science, but there's a very important reason why I'm doing this. Behind this wall are several factories which aren't very good to look at, but beyond those buildings is actually an unobstructed view of the skyline itself. So what will visually happen is this wall will definitely blend into that, so you don't really notice anything else. And remember too, I've got some bamboo panels and some plants that are going to go in front of it, so it's going to feel a little less obvious. And as soon as I'm done the clouds, that's exactly what I'm going to start on. Even though we have the green roof in place, we still have a lot of plant material being delivered, which means we've got to get the planters filled with soil. And then once the plants arrive, I've got to put them all in the ground. It's going to be a very busy day, but we have to get it done to stay on schedule. Well, this building has already undergone an amazing transformation just on this section alone. We've covered the entire roof with green roof. Now, this is a great thing for the environment. Not only do we have to use less energy to heat the building below, it's cleaning the air that we breathe. If more flat roofs in this city put down the green roof system, we could actually reduce the ambient air temperature by several degrees. In addition to our eco-friendly green roof, we have a few other elements completed in the space, including this amazing deck and these fantastic planters, which the guys are just working hard at finishing up. The plants actually frame the nice tree. Now that's the sculpture, and it looks a little bare right now, but that's about to change. I'm gonna be hanging all these cool metal leaves on it, which play up that whole industrial feel I was going for. Hence the color of the stain and this amazing detail on the front face of the planters. It's in keeping with everything else around here, and at the same time, it hides the fact that the planters are only 18 inches deep. Now 18 inches is perfect for the annuals that are in it, but at the same time, we've reduced the amount of soil, thereby reducing the total weight on top of the roof. Now there are a few things that I still have to finish. Mainly, I need to plant all of my tropicals, which are strategically placed around the perimeter of the space. Now that was done because our awning is up. Now the awning comes out to about here. That allows for seating in the sun and in the shade. Something else that I have to finish is my project. I just have to put the bamboo panels up, but once that's done, that wall is just gonna disappear into the skyline. That, coupled with all these great tropicals, makes this bright, festive, a little bit industrial, and at the same time, ready for a party.
Oh my God.
The Green Forest team has given the Drum Artz Community Centre a new beat to march to. We've transformed their old deck into a rooftop oasis, complete with raised planters filled with annuals and tropical plants. We've also replaced their aging roof and installed a green roof system, a very first for the Green Forest team. With just a few final touches left, this space will be ready to show Gilly, Rick, and the rest of the gang at the Drum Artz Community Centre.
One of the annuals that I've included in these planters are these millets. The birds love to eat these seeds. In fact, they'll land on top of these seed pods and pull all the seeds out one by one. And then if you cut the millet off in the fall, you can add them to your bird feeder. A simple tip about planting annuals is to make sure that you cram them into your planters. Things like this amazing ornamental kale and this ryegrass are only meant to last one season anyways, so you're certainly not doing the plants any harm. And as they grow, it just looks better. Now the space is ready for a party. I'll go get Gilly and Rick. Okay, let's go see the space. You have to try to remember what it used to look like.
Oh my God.
This is a brand new world out here. It's massive.
Well, how many people did we need to sit out here? Like 30.
I love all these touches you did.
I painted that myself.
Did you?
Absolutely, I did.
Awesome.
This is your new awning.
Oh my God.
Boy, you really figured that one out.
It actually goes out to the edge of the picnic tables. So you get shade and it stays nice and cool in here for you. Come on, there's lots to see.
Look what they did here.
Yeah, that's all brushed steel.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, I know.
That's wonderful.
All of these plants that are in pots around the perimeter are all tropicals. All right, so come summer, they can be out here, but in the fall and the winter, put them inside and they'll be happy. But all the plants and the planters themselves are annuals. So at the end of this season, they can go in the composter, but then you can plant it all again with the kids.
That's perfect.
You're looking at the picnic tables? We had to create as much seating as possible.
Look at the colors.
The colors are great, so
Yay!
Beautiful.
I'm taking that this is a good thing so far. It was the personal touches in this particular garden that impressed Rick and Gilly the most. That, and of course, now they have seating for 30 people. I have something else I want to show you though. You just have to come this way.
Okay.
Come on down to your new green roof.
Oh my God, this is unbelievable. It's a field.
That's sedum and lichens, and they're a little bit red because they're starting to go into a dormant stage. Come spring next year, this will be bright red, then go to an amazing green all summer.
Everything works. I mean, the whole concept is like a lot of great thought went behind it. It transformed our nondescript roof into a very special place that you want to be.
And the customization to our needs. To have a space like this, it inspires you.
And did you see your tree? I had all these metal leaves cut.
Carson.
So we can etch the names of the donors onto the leaves. And then as you get more and more donors, you'll get more and more leaves here.
This is exactly what I wanted. This
I'm
is
so
amazing.
glad. This was a really fun project. And I'm so glad you guys like this. All right, let's go get the kids. I can't wait to show them.
It's a place for community. It's a place for a large group of people to gather together. This is a whole new learning space. 2 classrooms that I can see that they can use.
Not only did the Green Force team help me replace a leaking roof on top of a community center, but then we took advantage of every square inch of that usable space. This is where the Samba Squad and the Samba Kids are going to be able to continue their cultural diversity programs and hopefully make some beautiful music. My name's Carson Arthur. Thanks for watching.
We love you.